into the secondary. He's inside the 40, got a blocker up ahead. David Montgomery's going the distance. Showtime for the Lions.
Browns with touchdowns on their last two possessions.
Deflection picked off and taken back by Newsome. Newsome stayed in bounds. Touchdown.
Hopkins from 40 for the win. It is good.
The Lions and Browns make it happen. This is interesting to see a daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, and gambling. NFL slate turned out to be pretty sweet. Talk about C.J. Stroud momentarily. But for right now, we're going to start with college football, where Michigan Wolverines are remembering Jim Harbaugh, who tragically passed away on Friday.
To win on the road in this environment when there were doubts. Sherm, what does it mean to you?
I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank Coach Harbaugh. Fucking love you, man. Love the shit out of you, man. This is for you.
Jim Harbaugh didn't die. He was down the road in a hotel. Keep going, dude.
University, the president.
Again, didn't die. He's literally on the trip with them. He's just not allowed to be on the sideline for the game.
Our AD, we got the best players, best university, best alumni in the
I don't want to make fun of men's emotions, but
country. Love you guys. These fucking guys right here. These guys right here, man.
he's live on TV also. R.I.P. Coach Harbaugh. Michigan beats Penn State, who does not understand that receivers win games. What do we believe on this podcast? Receivers win games. Receivers win games. Quarterbacks have to throw it to wide receivers. That's how you win games. Jimbo Fisher. Let's check out this video. Here's a video of Jimbo Fisher. When he was hired as the head coach at Texas A&M, this person, I don't know who that is, the AD, the president, some oil tycoon, is pinning a national championship. He's given a national championship plaque, and does not have a year on it. So they're expecting to win a national championship. Jimbo fired for sucking ass at coaching football, despite winning the ball game against Mississippi State by like 80. The unit decided to fire him anyway. They spent famously millions of dollars to acquire players through the name, image, and likeness fund that they set up, and they suck. They don't suck. They're about bowl eligible. They are definitely slightly better than the University of Colorado at football. Colorado lost to Arizona. The Buffs, I believe, have 2 games left. One of them is against Utah, so that's a loss. And the other one is against Washington State. And they have what? They need to win them both. They need to win them both to go become bowl eligible. And fun fact, if they lose to Washington State, they will finish the season probably last place in the Pac-12. Washington beats Utah at home in a really great game. Utah played the entire season essentially with a backup quarterback. Washington moves on. Georgia destroys Ole Miss. I told you that was easy peasy to predict. So Washington and Georgia. Chalk remains in college football. Auburn will not be beating Alabama this year, who nobody thinks. So it's going to be pretty easy to understand. Back to the National Football League. Football. Where the most interesting thing that happened is that the Patriots fired. They lost to the Colts 10-6 in Germany. Mac Jones was benched. He was benched 2 minutes before the end of the game after throwing one of the funniest, stupidest interceptions you'll ever see. The game was on the line. It was a surefire touchdown, and he just screwed it up because he sucks. People expect Bill Belichick could possibly, there are rumors that he could be fired this week. That would be crazy. The Lions beat the Chargers in a very entertaining game. Let's just go through some of the statistics, and then we'll compare that to the game between the Raiders and the Jets. Let's take a look. Lions and Chargers, 41-38. Last second field goal. Dan Campbell goes for it on 4th down inside the Chargers' 40-yard line so they could run the clock all the way down and kick the field goal. Total yards, 533. 333 passing yards, 200 rushing yards. Against the Chargers, 421 yards. The Lions got inside they got closer twice and came away with no points, is what the difference was. 421, 98 rushing yards, 6.2 yards per play compared to 8.3 yards per play. They each got about 25 first downs. The third down efficiency, 50%. So that means 14 times they get to third down. They got it 10 times. The Lions, 18 times they got to third down. They got it 8 times. They each ran 65-ish plays. Unbelievable. Look at the player stats. Look at the rushing. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, 26 carries for 190-something yards. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 carries for 9 yards. Amon-Ra, 8 catches, 156 and a touchdown. Just crazy. Look at Keenan Allen's day was wild. 11 catches, 175 and 2 touchdowns. I hope you had him in fantasy. Let's go to the Raiders game. But I have a fun stat for the Jets first. The Jets have had 33 consecutive drives without a touchdown. Zach Wilson fumbled inside the 5-yard line. And they lose to the Raiders, and I lose my bet. I thought that they might do it, but I underestimated them. Let's go through the statistics of this game. Aiden O'Connell versus Zach Wilson, and just see the duality of the NFL. 365 to 274. That's way better than it seemed like, I'll be honest with you. Zach Wilson was 23 for 39 for 263 and an interception. Good for you. What about Aiden O'Connell? 16 for 27 for 153, a touchdown and an interception. Josh Jacobs, 27 carries for 116. What about Breece Hall? 13 carries for 28 yards. Yuck. Zach Wilson, 4 carries for 54 yards. You just never know in the National Football League who's going to show up to play or who's good. And it's just going to be, some games are interesting and some games could be good and some games could be bad. Broncos, Bills tonight. On Monday Night Football, the Bills, I believe, are favored by 7.5. I guess we can double-check that line for you, sure. And remember, the Chiefs are on bye. We know that because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were kissing after Taylor Swift's concert. Broke the internet. Everybody talking about it. And then she changed the lyrics of one of her songs. Used to be the guy on the screen, and now she's like the guy on the Chiefs. She was dating an actor that no one has ever heard of. Literally no one has ever heard of this guy that she was dating. Yep, Bills favored by 7 in Buffalo. Over under 47.5. Probably stay away from that one. I think. Danny DeVito got the start over the weekend against the Dallas Cowboys. There's the DeVito family. Reports were coming out that Tommy DeVito, you see where this is going. He has a chain that says TD. Look at his family. It looks like a New Jersey Mount Rushmore, according to Charles Robinson right here, which is a little... it's hilarious. Look at his brother. What we're doing right here. Who's that guy? Look at the chains are out. Look at the mom. Look, those are sunglasses inside. See their boy play a little ball. How'd he play? Horrible. But, he's not a very good player. He's a third-string quarterback, and he's a rookie. It's going to happen. Could he become a good player? Sure. We'll see. Plenty of time. I doubt it. Tommy DeVito. 14 for 27, 14 completions for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns, so they're not letting him throw. Saquon Barkley, 13 carries for 66 yards. That's not an unreasonable day. And then Tommy DeVito, 7 carries for 40. But, they put up a fight later in the game. It was never competitive at any point in time. Dak Prescott, 404 yards, 4 touchdowns and interception. Yikes. The Cowboys are good. Take a look at what's going on. They are 2 games behind the Philadelphia Eagles in that division and 2.5 games up on the Commanders, so that's easy. Easy work for the Eagles, who are in the throes of their most difficult part of their schedule. They've got the Chiefs. The big question will be, will Taylor Swift, I believe she's got a concert in Sao Paulo on Sunday, November 19th. Will she go to Kansas City for Monday Night Football? And how nervous is she to meet Jason Kelce and his wife, Kylie? My guess is she's really nervous. The Eagles' next 4 games are at Chiefs, home against the Bills, home against the Niners, and at Cowboys, followed by at Seahawks. So the Eagles' remaining schedule, and then they've got Giants, Cardinals, and Giants, so they finish up with Appalachian State, essentially. Actually, not really. Appalachian State might put up a better fight. Kyler Murray returned to action and accidentally won a ball game, and now the Carolina Panthers are all alone in first place as the worst team in the NFL, and the Chicago Bears are sitting purty. 2 lost teams are the Patriots, the Cardinals, and the Giants, but the 1 lost team, your Carolina Panthers, have the first overall pick, and they traded to your Chicago Bears. Shouts to Chicago for understanding what they're doing. They look great. Smart trade. The question is, will they screw it up and not take a quarterback? Will they screw it up? I firmly believe that they will be screwing this up. There's simply no chance that they're going to figure this out. Edmonton Oilers sacked their head coach because they suck. And here's a video of Rutgers football coming out to the Sopranos theme. Super sick. Check this out. This morning, myself a gun. Chosen one. I like that they're buying into the New Jersey. And look how packed the stadium looks over there, student section. That's exciting. They're playing the whole thing instead they're editing it to be Rutgers. I like it. They lost to Iowa 22-0. Okay, back and better than ever tomorrow.